Brakta Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Brakta Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled Preside or To Preside. Lord will, you are edified. My source, Natural News, article entitled Americans Outraged as Biden Tries to Paint Skyrocketing Gas Prices as an Incredible Transition Away from Fossil Fuels, published May 27, 2022. With Memorial Day on the horizon, gas prices are on the minds of many Americans with travel plans. Unfortunately, the bad news at the pumps has only been getting worse lately, with gas prices widely expected to soar to record highs at different states throughout the nation this weekend. This is despite claims by President Biden that he is doing what he can to stop this meteoric rise. In fact, gas prices are sitting at a nationwide average right now of $4.596 per gallon, with the cost in states like California above $6, according to data from AAA. Yet somehow Biden saw fit to frame this major financial hit as a positive. Positive for who? The elite bankers. All right? A step further towards the attainment of the new world order, claiming it's all part of making our lives better somehow. Following a meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, Biden said at a press conference, when it comes to gas prices, we're going through an incredible transition that is taking place that, God willing, when it's over, we'll be stronger and the world will be stronger and less reliant on fossil fuels when this is over. He went on to claim that his actions have been keeping gas prices from getting worse. However, since taking office, he has blocked construction on the Keystone XL pipeline and restricted oil drilling on federal lands, creating shortages and increasing Americans' dependence on foreign oil. Hence, President goes into the origin of preside, which means to stand guard. So who is Biden standing guard for? The elite bankers who are Edomites, who control this entire system. And Joe Biden is Slovakia. Joe is short for Joseph, right? So when you put Joe Biden or Joseph Biden together, nomen omen, which means name prediction, Joseph goes until the Hebrew meaning Yawasop, which means to add. Biden, according to the etymon, means continuous or continually. To add continually. That's what Joseph Biden means. Meaning what? He's pushing the wheel of the elite bankers. He's adding to the attainment of the new world order as having a status of being your so-called president. That's what this means. In the press conference, he also admitted the American economy is currently suffering from problems. He said that it is going to be a haul and will take some time for the economy to recover. Wesley Hunt, a Texas Republican congressional candidate, said, "Allow me to translate this. The Biden administration is prepared to let your family suffer economically to advance their climate agenda. It's a transition, all right, a transition into poverty. This is socialism." Now, as you can see, that Wesley Hunt, who is a Republican, said this transition is a transition into poverty. Let's get Isaiah 19:1. Let's start at verse 2. "And I will set," who is I? Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, "the Egyptians against the Egyptians." All right. These so-called Americans are modern day Egyptians, right? And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And you can equate, right? The Democrats versus the Republicans, all right? Because this game plan from Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, is being utilized to divide the house of Edom. And when a house is divided within itself, it cannot stand. Thus saith the scriptures, right? Many people wondered how they could come up with the money to buy an electric vehicle and keep it charged when they can barely afford to fill up their gas tank. Once again, Biden has shown how truly out of touch he is with the reality for most Americans. No, Biden is very in touch with reality. However, he has an agenda, hence to stand guard for, who are struggling with soaring prices on nearly everything right now. He's in Tokyo celebrating, saying it's an incredible transition. Texas Senator Ted Cruz told Fox News, incredible for you. You fly a damn 747 when the taxpayers pay for your jet fuel. What Joe Biden is saying is if you at home, if you drive a pickup truck, to hell with you, you can't drive your pickup truck. If you have a Suburban, you've got to get rid of that. We're all getting Toyota Priuses. Many Americans have reported that they won't be taking their usual road trips this weekend, and the economy will certainly feel the effects. Not only will countless people not be spending money on gas, but they'll also be skipping out on hotels, restaurants, and entertainment as inflation continues to climb and Biden continues to pretend like everything is great, right? And this is further destroying what? The middle class. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor. As you can see, no in between. Okay, no middle. Free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Let's jump to verse 11. And I beheld another beast, referring to America, coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Two horns is a representation for the Democrat Party and the Republican Party. Like a lamb, meaning what? Both parties make it seem like they have the best interests for the American people. However, both parties do the bidding for the elite bankers, right? And he spoke as a dragon, meaning what? Going into their policies, their legislation. It's draconian, which means harsh, right? Again, they are employed by the elite bankers, right? Case in point. And he spoke as a dragon. However, since taking office, he, referring to Biden, has blocked construction on the Keystone XL pipeline and restricted oil drilling on federal lands, creating shortages and increasing Americans' dependence on foreign oil, right? Yet somehow Biden saw fit to frame this major financial hit as positive. How? How? Unless it's going into the direction of the attainment of the new world order. When these presidents make their so-called executive orders, right? That comes from the elite bankers. And the elite bankers' interest is the attainment of the new world order. No matter who's president, as far as being a Republican or a so-called Democrat. Let's go to Job 5 and 11. It's like in verse 12. He disappoint the devices of the crafty. All right. He is referring to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. This so-called transition, right, is nothing but a device of the crafty. And who's the crafty? Beginning with the nobility of Edom. They control the system so that their hands, meaning control or will, cannot perform their enterprise. In Hebrew, enterprise means what? Success, referring to the new world order. Okay? Last precept, let's get Proverbs, the 4th chapter. And verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. See, 2/3 of our people will enter into the path of the wicked. Now, this path of the wicked ultimately ends with death and destruction. Right? However, their path is to get the birthright back, their new world order. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away from a spiritual standpoint. With our faith and fear in Yahweh B'Ashem, Yahweh Shai. So no matter what, regarding Jacob's trouble, regarding the hour of temptation, okay, the elect is going to stand firm, and steadfast within the Most High's spiritual belief system, point blank period. And Lord will, we are part of that number. Lord will, you're edified. Shalom.